Yeah, that is a problem, of course. The only way we can overcome that is to run the country well, make the country prosperous, and pay all our debts. This we were able to do because although the sum of 20 billion appears to be very big, but in terms of the Malaysian GDP, it's not very big, and we could pay our debts on time, and the foreign reserve was increased due to good economic management, enriching the country, and giving the government more by way of taxes in the community.
ما هي القواعد الأساسية التي وضعتها لحل هذه الإشكالات؟ سداد الديون، زيادة الاحتياطات النقدية المالية، زيادة مدخولات الدولة.
Well, basically the main thing is to make the economy grow faster by encouraging investment, by being friendly with the business sector, and by helping the business sector overcome bureaucratic obstructions to their business. And that way the private sector began to do well. And of course, when the private sector does well, the government also benefits through the taxes that are collected from the businesses in the country. Police have a right to implement the laws as they think fit. The police, in fact, the chief of police made a statement that where security is concerned, he decides whether there is a need to take action or not me. And his duty is to advise me, and I can't tell him not to take action. He felt that it was necessary to arrest these people. Although I objected to it, and more than 100 people were arrested. But as soon as I could release them, about 2 months later, I released most of them, except a few who were detained for a longer period of time. In fact, I had always been against the ISA, the law which allows the police to arrest without trial. But of course, the police wants to retain the law because they said it is necessary for the security of the country to have a law which allows the police to arrest people without trial.
قانون الأمن الداخلي هو قانون سيء الذكر تستخدمه الشرطة هنا على نطاق واسع، وللأسف هذا القانون وضعه البريطانيون حينما كانوا يحتلون ماليزيا، ولا زال يطبق على الشعب الماليزي إلى اليوم، ولكن الشرطة هي التي تطبقه.
Well, we inherited this law from the British. In the early stages, of course, we were advised that it is necessary to have this power given to the police to detain people without trial. So we just continued with the law. There were protests, of course, but eventually the ISA was abolished. But in its place, the present government has created a new law which is even more severe than the ISA which has been thrown out.
رغم أنك تؤكد الآن أن رئاسة الحكومة ليس لها سيطرة أو هيمنة على الشرطة، إلا أن خصومك السياسيين استخدموا سلوكيات الشرطة العنيفة ضد الشعب لتحميلك أنت هذه المسؤولية وكل تجاوزات الشرطة التي حدثت.
Well, the opposition parties, of course, want to overthrow me so that they can form the government. So if they create some problem in the country which has security implication, and I did not act according to the advice of the police, we may have racial riots in this country. It can affect the whole economy of this country if the government is seen as not being able to maintain peace and stability in this country. The judiciary is also independent, and generally they make judgment based on the laws of the country. So unless, of course, we find some evidence that they have been corrupt or something, then we cannot take action against the judiciary. During my time, I was accused of interfering with the courts. That is not true at all.
اتهمت كثيرا.
Yet I have been accused, but can they prove that I interfered with the one judge actually declared my party as illegal. Now that is not a judgment that favors my party. I had a hard time trying to rebuild the party because the judge had said it is illegal. If the judge is under the influence of the government, he will be favoring the government in his judgment. But during my time, there were many cases where the judge has decided in favor of the accusation made by the business people, for example. Well, when we are developing a country, we must fix a target so that the focus is on that target. Otherwise, people will be going in different directions and they will not achieve very much. So we thought that in 30 years' time, from 1990 to 2020, we could grow at a faster rate so that by 2020, the country would be qualified as a developed country. So we have to fix a target to get the people to move in the direction of that target and not go into different directions which would not lead to a good growth of the country.
ما هي العناصر الأساسية أو العنصر الأساسي في نهضة أي أمة؟ المال أم الصناعات أم الموارد الطبيعية أم الإنسان؟
The most important thing is stability and the rule of law. These two things are very important. If the country is stable and you run the country according to the laws, then people feel confident that they will not be subjected to a lot of unfair pressures by the government. Although we are a multiracial country, but there is no tension between the races, not much, and certainly no racial fighting between the different communities. So the country politically was stable. It was able to hold elections properly, and at the same time, of course, the not only stability, but there is security, and the rule of law means that people will know what they can do and what they cannot do. In that situation, people will invest.